Welcome to Portage, also known as the Gem of the Main Line. Portage Township is located in Cambria County, Pennsylvania. The township is made up of the communities of Sonman, Martindale, Puritan, Benns Creek, Gigtown, Jamestown, and Spring Hill. Portage was formed on March 4, 1878. Martindale was named after coalman J.C. Martin, who is often credited with the establishment of Portage. This area was settled by German, French, Lithuanian, English, and Belgian people. Sonman was named after the family of Arent Sonman, whose father was given 5,000 acres of land by the King of England in 1794 for a debt that was owed to him. Puritan was named after the Puritan Coal Company. Gigtown was named after the pioneering Gig family, and Benns Creek was named after Benjamin Ernest. The most important industries in Portage are the railroads, coal mining, and lumber companies. The railroads especially have been of high importance in the town, as they were used to carry ships across land, also known as portaging, which is where the town adopted its name from. The mainline Portage Railroad passed by many historic sites in this area and also finished the Horseshoe Curve, connecting the cities of Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. Many Portage communities were established because of coal mining. People were at the mines often, so it was only a matter of time before something went wrong. On July 15, 1940, an explosion occurred at the Sonman coal mine, taking the lives of 63 men. The deaths were not caused by direct burns, and were instead the effect of carbon monoxide gas, due to a ventilation failure. 21 men were able to escape within a few minutes of the explosion. This incident is reportedly one of the deadliest mine explosions in all of Pennsylvania. Important landmarks in current-day Portage include Portage Area Junior-Senior High School, where many of the town's adolescents go to get their education. Like any small town nowadays, the churches of St. Mary's, St. John's, St. Joseph's, and Sacred Heart combine to form the town's only Catholic church of Holy Family Parish. This is the site of former church Sacred Heart, where amongst many other people of the town, my parents were married and my brother and I were baptized. The Sacred Heart in St. Mary's Cemetery has a spring where people can get water for their loved ones' flowers around the cemetery. The Chatterbox, an ice cream shop, formerly known as Sonfield's department store, sold shoes and clothing, which included school and gym uniforms. Finally, the Portage Station Museum, which is located right next to the Portage Mainline Railroad. The next few minutes of the video include an interview with two people who know Portage very well, my parents. How long have you guys lived in Portage?
I've lived here all my life. So 50 years I've lived in Portage.
I've lived also in Portage all my life. I was born in Jamestown, which is the village that we live in now. And then we moved to Sonman, the village, which was near my grandfather. And then when I met your mom, we lived in the borough of Portage on Orchard Street. And then we eventually moved to Jamestown again, right before Mom had you.
How much do you know about the history of Portage?
Well, what I know about the history of Portage is really what I heard from my grandfather and my dad, of course, because I am only in my 50s. So what I would know is really from what I've learned from them and from just reading books. I do know that, you know, the town had a lot of mines, going out to Miller Shaft, which of course Shaft would be a mine, and to Salmon Mine, which I think you talked about in your history part about the explosion, which was very close to where I grew up. So also there were a lot of lumber companies and a lot of fabrication places where my mother used to work and your mom's mom used to work. So those are some areas of people worked. Nowadays it's just like healthcare or working at local stores or owning some businesses. But other than that, a lot of people do a lot of commuting either to Johnstown or Altoona. This is just a place to live right now.
When I think of the history of our town, I know that it has a rich history in mining, as Bob said, also in the railroads. They built a lot of what we have here and why our town is here. It was also a travel destination at one point. Probably still is. I mean, people come back home, like for our homecoming in August. Also, there was a rich lumber history in our area, and it is the gem of the main line. So I think that means it's green. So, it's a good history. It's a history. There's a lot
Gems aren't green.
How would you describe Portage as a town?
I think it's laid back. I think people have pride in their town though, especially during like sporting events and whenever someone is in need, if someone is like suffering from an illness or there's some kind of fundraisers, people come together and they can be prideful that way. I think it's through the years it kind of started to show it's her age, but she has kind of got a little bit more vibrant with her main street. We had some renovations and it looks really pretty. And it's a nice town to be able to take a walk through on our main street and on our side streets, and then also here in our park.
Do you enjoy living in Portage?
Honestly say yes. It's a small town. It seems that like some people would move away to retire, but I think it's an older community that people were tending to stay just because of the small town feel. And the weather isn't really horrible. I mean, you can see it's nice out now and it's in April.
My family has lived in Portage for all of my life, and my family members have both owned businesses and worked for ones. My uncles own the Portage Beverage and the Billings Lumber Company, and my great-grandfather used to work in the Salmon coal mines. Portage has changed drastically over the years, from the relocation of the pool at Crichton McCormick Park to the renovation of Main Street. However, it is clear that the people of Portage still have a lot of pride in their town. I would like to give a special thanks to my mom and dad, Barb and Bob Yogus, for teaching me more about my hometown.